Hi, it's me again, friendly neighborhood archivist. Now, before I go to bed, I would like to contrast two films that are very similar in nature, well, similarly themed at least, uh, which was Scent of a Woman, and the other one was, I am blanking on it. Why am I blanking on it? Um, A Few Good Men. That's it, A Few Good Men. So these are both really good films. They both have military, characters in it. But the common thread between the two, that's where they make good double features, I would think, is that the throughput or the plot, there's something that drives the plot. The MacGuffin or whatever they call it, plot device or whatever, um, is higher ups feeling embarrassed. That's what causes the what causes all this stuff to happen, because the story doesn't really take off until that point. You have an A plot and you have B plot, and so what gets these things going is in A Few Good Men. Basically, it took me a while to figure this out, that the colonel, which was played by, here's Daddy, I forget his name. I'm blanking. It's the guy who played the Joker in the Batman movie. Him. Jack Nicholson. Um, his subordinate wanted out. He says, I'm not good at my job. I'm not fitting in well, basically. And he just basically, he wants out. He's not good at this position. He wants out. That's it. But apparently that's just too big of an insult for him. So that's why he went through all this hassle to cover up, to have the code red, cover it up, and, look good in front of the others. That was all that was about. Now, in Scent of a Woman, it was a dean who was embarrassed, rightfully so, because the man had a midlife crisis and got himself like a Ferrari or whatever, some sort of sports car, and it's a loud thing, and it's like, he's flaunting his wealth and status with the car in front of all these students. Like, who's he trying to impress here? Like, really, his job isn't to impress. His job is to lead. But because some students want to prank him, that spilled paint all over his car, and one of the eyewitnesses to this thing, like, who the hell else would it be? It's the same Three Stooges that pull pranks all over the goddamn place. So who else could it be? But they were wearing masks. Not that it would really matter. It was a good probable guess of who it was. And so, because the lead character, Chad, was it? Chuck, I think. Charlie, that's what it was. Charlie, because he was an eyewitness, and because he said, well, I just don't want to give a statement because, well, frankly, I don't want to be a part of this. But then he's being, like, thrown out because he's not want. People have the right to not be a part of something if they don't want to. And it's like, it's just a prank, but he feels so insulted. He's like about ready to throw this kid under the bus, just have him be thrown out because he doesn't want to give, a testimony. That's his right. He shouldn't be, condemned for this, which is what the speech at the end was all about. It was like, you don't have to do that to him. So that's what these stories have in common. The throughput through this whole thing was these, elders feel insulted and shenanigans ensue. One involving a death, the other one involving, well, expulsion, pretty much. Almost expulsion. And it's really to show the integrity of people and the fact that people in high positions apparently are very easy to offend, apparently. And people want emotional vindication, and they're willing to give that out on anybody. In A Few Good Men, instead of comping to it right away that, oh shit, he died, he's like, well, I'm just gonna say they did that on their own, leave that up to them. Okay, get kicked out of the army, even though it was on his word. Why should I say that? Why should I, speak up and be condemned too for manslaughter, unintentional manslaughter? So, yeah, so, so, and the dean and Senator Woolman could have just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm be embarrassed, just go get the car cleaned, you know, do something, but like actually go after the guys who are actually, and he does try, but they're constantly, there's no evidence. But he could have just let that go and say, well, the guy doesn't want to give a testimony. All right, whatever. Doesn't want to give a statement. Fine, that's his right, and leave it at that. But instead, he has to make somebody pay for his embarrassment. Jeez. So yeah, check it out. See if you like these films, and maybe put them together as a double feature. Who knows? And they're really good acted. These are not. I miss the days of good acting and good writing. Where you have these characters and they're just, not trying to sell you on anything. It's just a story, a simple, basic story. No gender politics, and no one's apologizing for anything, for being a certain way, you know. And we got Jack Nicholson, Sean, no, not Sean, Tom Cruise, and then in Scent of a Woman we have, oh, I forget what his name is. John. Oh, I forget what his name was, but we have that good actor, and everyone else in it is acting really good too. So there's no dragging of quality in any of these films. So just letting you know. All right, well that's enough for 1 in the morning. So take care, and as always, see you at the movies. Bye. Oh, and don't drive while blind. Just so you know, if they make it look easy in the film, don't try that. Just don't. Just don't. All right. So take care, and yes, again, take care. See you at the movies.